Meow 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 meow. Click. Okay. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow. What was this? At least it's more on theme this time. That's me. I think. I don't know what's up, actually. I played this for like 4 hours. It's actually like a... I mean, to be fair, I spent 2 hours in the deck builder, so... Bossing say is the commander. You know what? $20 is $20. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about that one. Lesson spells you cast. Discard a spaghetti noodle. Which cast the spell Earthbend. How many allies are in the game now? Oh, it's only triggered abilities, huh? Enter or attack. I actually have a Silent Hill F playthrough saved to my computer, but I have not uploaded it. I uploaded a clip, though. It was funny. What was I just doing? Oh, right. Enter or attack. Tapped artifacts. Well, thank you. It was like 2 years ago now, too, wasn't it? Crazy. Well, we saw this one yesterday, and it looked cool. Maybe I'd try that one. I don't know what Light Enlightened Tutor is doing, but it probably goes in every white deck forever. I didn't... Whoops. Let me look at my... Click, 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 clickety, click. Stand still. Bro, why are these all mythics? It's just wild. Why are they all mythics? Uh... Is this a mythic? Even Clone is a mythic. Clone goes right into Garuda, doesn't it? I think it does. I mean, it's a flash flying thing that has text on it. So... Yeah, some of them I don't even know why they are mythics, other than they're fancy, I guess. Like you're not like some of these cards. Like Clone is not a mythic level card. It's weird. It's weird. I suppose every 1 mana 1/1 flying creature is perfectly reasonable here. And there's quite a few of them. Oh yeah, Guided Souls, of course. Huh. This is like core Skyfisher, except it doesn't pick up anything. If it was a token... Does Felia do anything? Currently no, but it might. Let's find out. Both of these are okay. What does this one do? They phase out. I haven't seen this card in so long. I guess it does what I want, but, like, maybe it's fine. It's probably fine. Cutthroat doesn't have flying, but it could potentially still actually swing. I don't know how many spells are going to be in here for Snapcaster Mage. What does this do? Weird stuff. That is a cool card. Never seen it before. This is just like the other one, right? Searching draws. Yeah. Which, did I put in the other one? No, I didn't. Archivist. That's an interesting ability. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play this owl at some point, so I might as well burn it now. Spell Queller. If ever it was gonna go somewhere, it would be right here. I thought I added Guided Souls. This flies? What? There's no way this always had flying. I refuse to believe that. Oculus might not be castable. Who knows? I guess we can play the stupid scam card. Sure. I don't think Geist of St. Traft does anything. Except swing for 4 once and then die. I don't know. I think that's true though. Maybe we can try it. I'll play Mana Confluence. I think. No, no Offslip Pride, I don't think. I don't see how Phantasmal Image is wrong. Vendilion Click is also weird. I mean, I like me a Vendilion Click. I cannot type in the dark. I guess Ponder Brainstorm. So no Snapcaster Mage. I don't think. Nope. Probably no. I don't really have a Felia. There's some cards in here, but not a lot. I guess, to be fair, it does also work with Geist to Saint Draft. I mean, alright, whatever. Oh yeah, what is Enlightened Tutor doing? I suppose tutoring for an aura that draws cards, is neat. Like, he can just find one of these and then... You'll have to at least hit your opponent twice, though. Otherwise, you have not done anything with Enlightened Tutor. That seems kind of ugly. I feel like that's a little ugly. Yeah, hitting your opponent twice. Yeah, alright, no Enlightened Tutor. What about the other one? I'm going to want probably Counterspell. Maybe just Spell Pierce? I don't necessarily hate Mana Tithe here. We do have Force Spike. It's kind of funny to have both. I never, like, really do that. Spell Pierce is also a card. with text on it. I'm going to argue it's hard to ever play Oculus. Plunderer's Prize. Well, there's no more Chrome Box. That didn't last very long, now did it? Didn't last very long. No siree. Alright, well, this is a pile that I actually don't hate. Yeah, alright. We'll send it like this to start. So, Katara, Water Tribes, Hope. 5 mana, 3/3. 5 mana is pretty rough here, but Vigilance, when it enters, you get a 1/1. And then you waterbend X, and creatures become base power XX. So, essentially, I don't actually know if it's in Magic Arena. It's just Mirror Pool. Mirror Entity? Not Mirror Pool. I don't think it's in Arena. No. It's one of the changelings that you just pay X and all your creatures are that size, except you can waterbend instead, which is essentially convoke, tap your artifacts and creatures to do it. It's a little weird to tap like 3 creatures to give the other creatures stats, because you could have just swung with those other 3 creatures, but you can swing with things that have been like pacified or not evasive, so they don't fly or something. If you have, let's say, 10 creatures, and you tap 5 of them, instead of swinging for 10, you are swinging for 25, right? Because the remaining ones are 5/5s. So it does scale in your favor. It does also make random 1-mana 1/1s just out of nowhere crazy lethal, which is kind of neat, like Terramander and whatnot. This is kind of just mostly blue-white flash instant speed nonsense, but it has some interesting things sprinkled in here. Bribery, because every time I've cast it, I've just won the game. I did craft this. I'll probably play this, well, I will definitely play this as a commander at some point. It's just a really good card. It also has the effect of Archivist, so your opponent with all the fetch lands and stuff, so, you know. Force of Negation is in the game now, so there you go. To couple with your Flare of Denial. But yeah, it's just blue-white flash, pester your opponent. I am running Curiosity effects because 1/1 flyers and whatnot, just harassing my opponents. Face drawing cards is really nice. The main issue with this deck is this costs 5, which is just kind of insane. In blue-white, I don't think there's ever playing mana rocks while also playing critical mass of creatures and stuff. If you just dedicate turns 2 and 3 to artifacts, then playing this fast doesn't really do anything because you have like 1 or 2 creatures instead of 4 or 5 by the time you cast it, which is a huge problem with this commander, but I don't know. We'll see. It does cost 5. We shall see. Well, like I said last night, every color has like 15 staples. Blue probably has the staple of bribery forever now. Every blue deck, you should assume it's in there. Every green deck, you should assume has Llanowar Elves. So on and so forth. Every red deck probably has Ragavan. It's just not mine. At least has Lightning Bolt, I would assume. I have a 1/1, and then I have a ton of counter spells, which is kind of funny. This isn't the craziest matchup for counter spells, unfortunately. Alright, get in there, Momo. Get in there. Show them how it's done. Felia. Gonna represent Metatithe and not anything else. If I played the untapped land, it would be obvious what I was doing. I don't want it to be obvious. Land, please. Ayy, not the blue I want it, but it's still a land, I guess. I can flicker that so I hit them, and I definitely don't care about the army of randomly generated cards they jam into their deck. So... what do I do? I don't actually know what to do, so Geist it is. My opponent specifically has a flyer, which is just absolutely devastating here. Normally this deck doesn't really play a bunch of flying cards. The Curious just drew 1 card, so I didn't go down anything. This deck, like, never plays flying threats like this. It's really bad. This is just probably one of the best cards in this spot. It's because it stonewalls me to the nth degree. I have no answer to it either. Wow, this is actually really insane. Huh. How do you swing with it? What? I must not understand the board state. I don't understand the board state. That's what that means. How do you swing with that? This is not worth bouncing the angel. So I just don't understand. Yuki. So pass. Return target creature or vehicle to his owner's hand. I'm gonna flash this in now, and then let him do stuff. Technically missed the damage, but that's whatever. Neither here nor there. You can't swing. There's no way you swing. Yeah, there we go. Like, what are you... That's crazy to me that they swung the first time. The not drawing lands thing is now becoming a serious problem. If I swing, they take 6, and then I am cold to a lot. Oh, this 2/3 is actually unbelievable. Okay, they just didn't cast their commander. They could have cast their commander. Well, take 7, and then no. Alright, we'll see if they have a counterspell here. Waterbend for 3. So Phantasmal Image would copy Oracle. That's probably the best this is ever going to do. I could copy Archivist, but that doesn't really seem to do anything. And then for 3 once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's always 3. Could have done it for 4, but I'd have to play something I don't want to. Okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That 2/3 gave my opponent like 5 extra turns. I just couldn't get through it, which is really, really annoying. Because again, this deck doesn't really ever play... this might just be the only card in my opponent's entire 99 that would have bought the most time possible. Because this deck doesn't really play creatures like that. Especially like flying threats specifically. The otters are whatever, but the fact that this is just a 2/3 is kind of nuts here. But we got there anyways. Sweet. And Geist actually did something. World first. Is this a combo deck? Is that how this works? Is there a combo with this? I feel like there's always a combo, I just don't know what it is. Attacks, exile top card. You may... Does anyone know for a fact if this is a combo deck? And if so, how do I beat it? What is the combo? I know it's a combo, I just don't know. I can't remember what it is. Oh, Force Spike. What a dirty way to just... That's funny. That's kind of funny. Well, I'm sure they'll scoop to that. Lands and it's like 3 Explorer cards? Okay. Oh, yes. Alright. Easy. How does it do? How does it work? So yeah, it's a bunch of lands, but what do you do? It doesn't have trample. You exile all your lands, and then... Like, your whole deck is lands. This is a giant, like, 48-48 or 96-96 or something. 80-80. But it doesn't have trample. Could I just beat this by blocking it every turn? I feel like I could. I feel like I could. You also, yeah, you need another card to go with it, right? It doesn't do it on its own, which is why it's like... So it comes out of nowhere, kind of, because you're not aware of it. Atali's Favor and all that jazz. Okay. Oh, it gives it trample. That's it. I see. So you have to mulligan for that card, right? You have to, like, blitz mulligan? Is that how that works? While I'm looking for lands here, I'll take both of those lands. We're up against something I've... Oh, the cat thing. Last time I played against this, I did lose. I did get clapped by the cats. I kind of want the... Just get a basic plains here, right? I don't have to get anything weird. And then we just play this, and... I see my opponent's hand, right? Okay, I don't. Let's take the... that thing. I'm the one that gains life, right? Okay, yeah. Just making sure. So... Aven Mind Sensor? It doesn't look like they're ever going to do that, so maybe I just play these. Yeah, I don't think they're going to search through a lot. I'm just not convinced they're going to do that. I could a Johnny's Pride Mate, but that seems weird. Sheltered by Ghosts. Alright, well I envision that being cast at some point, so... None of this has lifelink. I guess I'm trying to race here. Especially with all the goofy tempo things in my hand. Which means... No, I was getting Hallowed Fountain. What did they target? Their commander? Alright, excellent. Now who's the one with the 2-3? Haha! Who's the one with the 2-3 now? One, two... It's 9 or it's 8. So 3 is correct. Alright, 2-turn clock. Probably no sweepers in the mono-white cat deck, so... think we're good here. Looks like that is the case. Oh, look, it's Geistus ain't trapped again. Oh, yeah, you can pay mana. 5. You can pay mana. 2, 3. Right? You don't actually have to tap your own creatures. Right? Or am I wrong? Am I just wrong about that? Okay, you can't tap lands. Alright, never mind. Yeah, I mean... That's just... it's a snowball if they don't stop it. So far, this costing 5 hasn't caused me any games, but I haven't seen the turn 1 Llanowar Elves players yet, so... Bouncing is painful. What do you mean? It's not removal. It would have been the same as a removal spell there, right? Like the exact same. A 2-mana removal spell like Get Lost. I'm on the draw, so I guess I can keep this and probably just get rid of Mana Tithe. Yeah. Which is unfortunate. But I think that's correct. I'm going to argue that's correct. I like the other 3 cards way more, and I'm never getting rid of a land. Yeah, well, especially with Strike It Rich on turn 1. I think that's always right. I did not expect this deck to play Strike It Rich. Wait, did mine? Maybe mine did. Maybe mine did. Looks like they have a spell for this, but they're just not interested in actually using it. This is a matchup where Bribery does not just win. They might not do anything, actually. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, I'm going to not let that be a card. Apparently my opponent really wants me to have more mana. Is that right? Must be. They did it after all. So... I'm going to wing it because they played a creature. I'm going to wing it. I'm winging it. Alright, there is a lot of creatures in here. But none that instantly win. You don't lose red mana. Stormkill doesn't do much for me. Yeah, no instantly win the game creature. But there is a 4/4. So I'll take the random 4/4. Looks like Mana Tithe might have worked here if they don't play a land. Okay, they do. So no Mana Tithe. When it does not go for their commander, I feel like we've been in those spots where it just wins when you untap with it. I probably would have tried at least. So swing? Yeah. And then play my commander? I think so. If they kill it, so be it. They have some kind of spell. It could be a shock or something. Let's see, do you give your commander haste? Because if not, it's just kind of chilling. Oh, of course we give our commander haste, why not? Only makes sense. Imagine I drew Swords of Plowshares right there. Could you actually imagine? Is this like an X spell? For like 9? 10? Okay, not quite. Grape Shot's a sorcery, and they haven't played Quicken. But they have more than red mana now, so... There's 1 or 2 red X spells. Okay, my opponent just either fizzled out and got butthurt, so they just went AFK, or they just somehow disconnected. I don't know. It's the same amount of creatures. If I do this for 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, let's just full send it. There is interaction, but it probably has to do with Azula, not my card. I mean, they did the thing, right? They actually, not only did they do the thing, they also had a way to give it haste. So my opponent had, like, the literal stars have to align to get to where they were, and apparently still didn't get anything. They drew 25 cards and it still didn't do anything. One, two, three, four. Well, now I don't even think they were able to block. 4 is 12. 3 is also 12. So it doesn't matter if it's 4 or 3, so... Okay. Yep, my opponent not only had it, and well, I mean they know they're dead to the crackback, but that doesn't have anything to do with my opponent actually winning the game right then and there, which they just didn't. They probably offer for their own spells. Yeah, there's like specifically enough mana to cast this, also give it haste, also have a way to draw cards, also have a way to generate mana. Literally doing everything you want to do, and it just didn't amount to anything. And, I mean, look, this is a game where they actually swung with it, because I'm sure there's a ton of games where you're not even able to get into combat because no one lets you. But this is one of these decks that kind of does. Hey, look, Bribery won. We cast it and we did win. It didn't find a game-winning creature, but I still have won every game I've cast it, so. Alright, well, that's Azula for you. Well, I just talked about this. I just asked about waterbending with mana. I just asked about that. It says help you pay, so you can tap your lands. I just haven't done it yet. You can only do it on your turn, so I can't, like, suddenly have 5/5s. But there's really no reason not to play your creature. If the math is the same. But yeah, you can tap your, you can tap mana for that. I'm gonna get this guy. Oh, I have 5 of them? What? Oops. Oops. Can't say I care about too many of the other ones. Maybe that one. Something I just haven't played yet would be a thing. Hey, look, people got quests, alright? People got quests to do out here. Or, I guess in some cases, also achievements. They're on the play with the turn 3 dumb card, so I guess I have to mulligan this. Well, maybe this gets there? It's not impossible? It's kind of impossible, isn't it? Yeah. Felia, another thing that kind of might do something. Well, I'd have to hold priority regardless. It doesn't matter. There's no not... Like, I can't stop my opponent. I literally cannot stop my opponent. Alright, this gives it 4 toughness, so I can't kill it anymore, and I can just concede. And not waste my time. Have I played this yet? Why can I not remember? I think I did. I really didn't like it, that's why I don't remember. Did I play this? I don't know why I'm stuck on that. I don't think I... Maybe I did? Hmm. It'd be great if it wasn't on the play every time. It'd be actually amazing. This doesn't... yeah. Guess I see the hand. Okay, no seeing the hand. This is the only force spike I think I've ever seen in my life, which is really funny. This is a strange one. I don't get what's going on there. I also don't get what's going on with the not attacking. Oh, right. They probably want to not swing for 0 for no reason. Never mind. I played it a month ago? Don't even remember. I don't think I'm trading with Foundry Inspector. I don't think so. Gemstone, just in time. Swing for 2. I didn't lose to randomly generated lightning bolt? Now what? I think I'm still losing. Alright, well, I mean, that's fine? Maybe? Maybe that's not fine, I don't know. Game's probably just over. Failure doesn't really negatively impact my opponent, nor does it positively impact me, so... I guess I could reset their commander. It doesn't really... I don't really care to do that. Sure. Oh, look, it's wash away. Wow. So I will do this and that. Get rid of that. Swing there, do that. Get rid of Unctus. Again, resetting my opponent's commander is futile. So let's try to just get as much damage in as possible, I think. Okay. I shouldn't have cracked this because of Brainstorm, but it's too late. I mean, if I get 2 damage in a couple more times, maybe something can happen. Oh, or not. They just have Ujin. Yep. Or everything is irrelevant and I lose to a 7 mana Vindicate. Dead. Yeah, Earthbending is the only one I think is any good. Maybe Airbending is kind of okay. Airbending isn't that bad. But Earthbending is the one that will probably stand the test of time, if I had to guess. If I had to guess. It was probably going to draw 15 cards by the time they dealt with us, so get schmieded. Yeah, it's also really nice with Urza's Saga. The only problem is you have to play the cards with Earthbending, and some of them are just, like, awful. There's not a ton of crazy, crazy good Earthbending cards, but the ability is nice. Everyone's freaking out about the 2-minute 2/2. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like this. Maybe I do. Because this has flash. Redain might do something. Not very likely, though. That is the Verge. Let's play... I think I'm just going to cast this as a sorcery. It doesn't matter if it dies. It's just a 2/1. Okay, what is Dark Ritual on end step? Okay, I didn't expect that. That's pretty gnarly. Spells with flash are uncounterable and cost 1 less. Alright, sure. Why not? You got me. Why not? Let's play this on white, and then play Redain. Sure. We can play this back and forth for a while. This, again, might not be something they care about, or they just kill it anyway. Oh, no, they bounce it, sure. Which is kind of the same as not giving too much credit to it as a card. Opponent plays a tap land. Let's play... Everything has flash and flying, so I guess I'm not playing the game right now. Submit 0? Okay, I wasn't sure how that worked, and it worked in my favor. Nightclub thing with stuff. Do I care about this? No. I don't care about this. I do not care about this. Okay. So far, they haven't actually shown me any Azula nonsense. Everything they've done has effectively not much to do with Azula. I mean, this is good in combat with Azula, but it does demand your opponent actually has something going on. I think I'm just gonna flash this in. No, that's weird, isn't it? Yeah, that's weird. Let's play Still Nothing? Kind of annoying here. Brazen Bower as a thing. I'm just gonna try to stop that. Okay. I'm alright with that. They did swing? Not sure I 100% agree with that. But there must be another flash creature, because why else would you do that? Shieldred's Edict, sacrifice a creature of their non-token creature of their choice. Let's fight there. I'm winning this race. Slowly but surely. Again, swinging. Kefka for 5. Ooh, get Minotithed. Tragic. Yep. Can we just, Just do it for 3, 4? Swing for 8. I have completely and utterly cyberbullied this Azula player, which again hasn't actually played many Azula Matters cards. They thought seize themselves, nice, to show me their hand. Oh man, poor Azula. You know what's funny? They didn't even try to cast it, and there were windows to cast it. They just respected counter magic. Right, because this person, everything that happened to them is exactly what happened to us for 3.5 hours trying to play it, where you're in spots where you're thinking, okay, if it does resolve, it's great, and if it doesn't, I don't lose instantly, and my opponent felt as though the windows in which they could cast it, if it got answered, they would lose instantly, and they were losing regardless, should not have been swinging with this. They would have had a lot more life to play with because a 2-2 wouldn't have hit them. So I don't think they should have been swinging with that, but yeah, and this is another thing that I think is a little weird. This one makes sense at least, but these don't, like, unfortunately, your 4th land has to be untapped for this, ideally, even though, again, you're never actually going to cast this on turn 4 and expect it to do anything, but you can't play fast lands in a deck like this ever, 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 in my opinion. I really don't like these in general, and this deck really doesn't like them. I'm surprised they didn't Thoughtseize me, just to see, right? To confirm or not if I actually had the wall of answers, because they didn't know about Solitude. Cool. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The 2 mana 2/2 with Earthbend is the one everyone's freaking out about. Speaking of lands, I think I'm missing one of my lands. I think. Yeah, I forgot the Verge again. Of course I forgot the Verge again. I guess Wastes is fine. haven't been color screwed, really. There was one game I think I was. Alright. Oh, well, it's been a while now, it feels, but I don't miss Mana Drain, that's for sure. Chrome Mox is Chrome Mox. I wasn't too blown away with Chrome Mox. But it did lead to dumbness. I think Ancient Tomb was way, way worse, though. This hand has cards in it. Guess I'll keep it. One into three? Hasn't happened yet. Oh. Oh. 1 into 3. It's also the best possible card. I can't stop it. Oh, and they have the Mox Amber. Excellent. Alright, well. That was a fun hand to play against. Turn 1. I'm glad I have cards in my hand. Doesn't matter. I don't care if they can produce mana. By the time they do, it's over. This doesn't search, right? It's just reveal the top, so Archivist doesn't work out too well. Maybe it still does? Maybe it still does. I don't know. Well, there's only one reason to do this on your own turn, according to 99% of the player base. Alright. They are not part of the 99%. Crazy. I feel like play versus draw is just obscene with this here. Could think about a Surveil land, just to have another dual land to find. But that's not 100% free. What is an instant here? What is going on? What is this? Oh. Okay. That seems kind of nuts here, isn't it? That feels nuts. 5-color deck with Growth Spiral in turn 2 feels crazy. Is this cast or enter? Enter. Yep. Only one fetch land. Rip. Destiny Spinner. Okay. Does that make things uncounterable? Okay, well that didn't really change anything. Doesn't really affect my hand. You have a 1-mana interactive spell. Okay. Everything has gone extremely swimmingly for the opponent. I drew a card that might do nothing, so that's cool. Well, a cherry on top would just be Sanctum of All being the shrine they randomly get. They didn't have to shock themselves there. I don't know why they did. I guess I'll play this one. Doesn't honestly matter which one I play, I don't think. Neither of them can swing. Spell Pierce, just in time, just in time. So... Destiny Spinner. I don't know what Archivist is doing. I could just take it just so I have a 4/4. I think this shows my entire deck, though. That's kind of funny. Doesn't really matter. Brainstorm. Yeah, let's go ahead and spell pierce that. Let's go ahead and spell pierce that. Please swing with the bear. Thank you. Can I even swing with my 4/4? No, now I kind of just can't. So, I'm just losing. I'm just losing. Try and just run away with it if you're not continuously doing anything. But it doesn't take much for me to, quote-unquote, have things to be done. Does this stop the bottom part of it as well? I think it does. Maybe it doesn't. I just have no answer to anything. I'm just losing. I guess I can take the tempo. No. That would be next turn. I can Tails in the trigger, which is kind of like Tails ending the card itself. But not really like doing that. Not really. Yep, I'm done. I'm done. We just didn't get there. I forgot I even had Oracle in here. Okay, well, it's the third game in a row. My green opponent was on the play. Okay, they did the on the play green 1 into 3 thing. I am obscenely behind. At least this doesn't tap over and over, which helps me not immediately lose the game. Because if it was like Land Rover Elves here, it'd probably be just over immediately. Globe and random 4/4 that deals damage to opponents. Okay. It doesn't go to creatures. That's a weird card. I mean, I guess it's a dragon, but still. Isn't this just like Overlord, but strictly worse? Yeah. It's like the Red Overlord, just directly worse. It's a dragon for this, obviously. I'm not convinced I should force a negation that. Stopping your Rennie in a mana sense is not how I win this. Like, if this takes a turn longer to get into play, that doesn't change anything for me. I'm not suddenly killing my opponent with that extra turn I would effectively get or something. So let's play this and this. No, I should hold this for force of negation if there's another window. I don't know what that window looks like. I mean, I'm probably just lost to a land. Again, if it's a turn, next turn or the turn after, it doesn't really matter. I think I'm just lost here. Yeah, I don't know. Something miraculous would have to happen. This deck would never respect a counterspell. Okay, apparently it does respect a counterspell. I did not expect that. Okay. But like I said, I mean, we'd be in the same spot if I force a negation to this or not. We'd still just be stonewalled and losing. I'll probably just negate that. The compounding value is potentially a huge issue. Only if I get through anyways. I'm not seeing it. So I suppose actually cast my commander, and then if their commander doesn't go completely bananas, I can maybe do something. I just don't know what that something is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Swing for 8? Swing for 8 here? I don't know. This is all just really bad. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think it matters which ones are... I mean, I could... Yeah, it doesn't matter which ones are what. Just swing. They could probably pretty easily take this, and then their commander has haste, and then I lose to it, so... The only way to win is if their commander effectively does nothing. That's it. There's no force spike here. Okay, my opponent did top deck this, which is funny. But it would have made Force Spike do something if it didn't specifically say it can't do something. Dragon Lord Atarka, alright. I don't know why we had to think about that for more than 2 seconds. Amazing. Yep, they also had the best possible ramp spell that gives Urini haste. That weird red artifact I can't remember the name of. 1-3, mono green on the play. The game was over right then and there. I could have conceded. Could have conceded. I've only seen Avacyn one other time ever, and I don't think it was this person. So that means there's two Avacyn players. There's two Avacyn players looming out here in the wild. Interesting. Yeah, we can add the Surveil land, I think. Yeah. Seems like there's enough windows where I could play a tap land and not lose on the spot. Let's just get Hollowed Fountain now. Play our adorable little 1-2. How many triggers do I need? 4? Well, I mean, it's totally possible. That is possible. Let's play this and that. I now don't have counter spells, but maybe that's fine. Scout's Warning. Pez, Flash. I guess I'll do Orm's Chant. Suppose I could have done that one as well. Okay, let's play Geist of Saint Spaghetti. We could play Voice of Victory, maybe. Making Firelord Zuko? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I am not going to counter this. I don't think I'm going to counter this. No, why would I counter that? That doesn't make sense. Okay. Today has been a wall. It's actually kind of funny. Today has been a mountain of I can't play cards on my opponent's turns cards. Like the uncounterable nonsense has been out in droves today. Yeah, we can swing. That's fine. Opponent has a sweeper in their hand, which I think it's up to them to cast it, so I don't think I have to play the game. But I could be wrong about that. I don't think I have to play Magic. I think you just chill. Looks like I was correct. I could, in fact, simply just chill. Alright, Brazen Borrower, you're in there. You're in there, buddy. You are in there. I'm not going to cast my commander, so we'll just pass. Grand Abolisher. Can you stop having cards like that, please? Can you stop? What is this? Swords to Plowshares? I don't know. There's apparently something in their hand. This is a 2-turn clock, so I gotta do something about this. Fragment Reality, yep. Opponent did in fact do something. Oh, come on, a hit Phantasmal Image. Decline. Come on, you've got to be kidding me. Ugh. Why did I hit that? Why did I hit that card? 4, 5, 6, 7. So land. Okay, they did not find a land, they just found a sweeper. Now they find the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 7/7s is not lethal. I have to pass the turn. I literally have to pass the turn. Okay. These have flash. There's no reason to play the game right now. I think I still win. I don't know what my opponent could possibly draw that matters here. We'll find out the hard way, though. This might have been too greedy. Maybe I didn't have to commit that. Maybe not. Silex. Sure. I win. I didn't need the second creature, but I do now, in fact, win. Let's put that there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sweet. We beat the voice of victory and whatever that other one was, Grand Abolisher. Yeah, we've had a litany of. It's weird. The Avatar commanders. I don't know what it is, but I've been playing against things that are only good against very specific things with the Avatar set so far. Like today is the first time I'm seeing any Cavernous Souls effects, and I'm seeing them all over the place today. Whereas when I was playing the Earthbending thing, I didn't see any. It's like people only have them when they're good. I mean, you can mulligan, right? You can mulligan for them, but it's just funny. Like, I didn't see this until I had Counterspell on my deck, finally, after a week. And then there it is. Yeah, this is another reason I'm not a fan of the can't be countered cards, because they don't always work, even when they're in play. And my opponent actually had to blow up their own one, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. So like you play an 8-mana card, like a Avacyn as your commander, and then you have voice, so it's uncounterable, but you just have to blow it up because the sweepers are way before you're ever casting Avacyn anyways. So it doesn't really work out ever. Like it doesn't, like, it just doesn't work out. It's kind of weird. Speaking of weirdness, I'm taking out Oracle. I have no respect for it. Yeah, I'm going to play Iroh again. At some point soon. I'm going to take another crack at that one. Not today. I'm not going to play Paragon. It's slow. It's very slow. Probably no Overlord. Hasn't really done anything. Guided Souls might be asking too much. Also, Felia? hasn't done really anything. I guess Curse of Silence fits the idea here. Esper Sentinel also kind of neat, where I'm actually playing a tempo game. I think. Yeah, especially if you make it large. Large and in charge. The other aura that I can't remember the name of. I don't like investigating that much, really, though. I mean, there's also Heliod's Punishment. We could just slide that right in here. We don't have any Frogifies. There's definitely a lot of Frogifies. But I was thinking Curious Inquiry, maybe? I like this, kind of. I mean, playing on my opponent's end step means I don't have to pay 2 on my own turn. Yeah, I'm going to try this. I think this effect is just good. Oh yeah, there's the dungeon one too. What are the dungeons? Shoot. I don't know. I think maybe it's still fine. I think it's still fine. I want to play it. Is there another one? Please, one more. There's a connive one. As long as it's attacking alone, it's unblockable. Connive. Is connive good? It's not bad. Oh, what about this one? Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw. It doesn't fly. I have to somehow flip this. I guess it works with connive. Guess I can discard it. Alright, maybe no more Archivist. I don't know, let's try it. Adeline? What about Brimaz? Yeah, maybe slightly better matchups. I don't know. Haven't been bad. When was the last time I played Adeline? Brimaz works, right? Because it doesn't matter if they're 1/1s? It works with the same... It works kind of the same. It's a sorcery speed 3-drop, which is antithetical to 90% of this deck. I kind of don't like Fencer. Alright, maybe no Catgeist. Maybe this is goofy. Wait, this is... What's the normal version of this? This has the alchemy symbol on it. Combustion Man. I can never pay the bargain here. That's probably fine. Oh, it got buffed then? Okay. I'm not gonna play it. The non... This is kind of lame. It's got vigilance, I guess. Of all the 1-mana 1/1 flyers and currently playable, I think there's one with a lifelink that's just better than this. I don't care about scrying or counters or whatever. I think there's just better Momos. I could just take out bribery because I've just won with it enough times. I've literally won the game every time I've cast it, so take that for what you will. Where are my M&Ms? Actually, no M&Ms. Banned. Curve is low enough I could take a land out. A lot of double white. That's not necessary. Alright, taking a land out. We do have an MDFC. I think there's actually more than one, so I probably shouldn't have been running 40 lands anyways. And I don't have to think about anything. It's a win-win. Only time I see this outside of standard is Heir Apparent. It's probably Heir Apparent, which is too many rabbits to ever, like, get past, unfortunately. It's on the play, too. Ugh. Yeah, Heir Apparent. Alright, Ponder, what do you got for me? Venser stuff. Land. Geist. Alright. Whatever. They're on the play too, so I can't do that much here. I guess I'm bouncing this? Why would I do that? Is that what I'm doing? Yeah, I think so. Let's play Geist. But Geist can never attack. I don't really know what to do. I think I am just lost here, but I guess I'll play it. I don't know. It's not like I'm doing anything else that matters, so... But I think I'm just totally lost. Completely lost here. Unless I can genuinely stop all the 2/2s, which is currently not at all possible, I think we're doomed. We name human. And then we I guess we swing? There is no reason for them to block this. There's absolutely no reason to block this. Counter that? What do I mystical tutor for? Is there anything to mystical tutor for? Swords to plowshares? That seems stupid. Brainstorm? I mean, I'm just dead, yeah. Okay. It's not like I'm running a board wipe. If I had a board wipe in my deck, I guess I would go from losing to immediately winning. Like, I'd probably just win on the spot, but I don't have a sweeper. Because then I could save the wash away and be fine. Just losing to a 20-cent pauper card. That's goofy. I mean, they scale. They do scale. It's not just... Like, the first one doesn't do anything. They actually have scaling. I don't know if I like Siren Storm Tamer, but I don't know if I hate Siren Storm Tamer, so to my hand it goes. Alright, there it goes. Maybe, I don't know. Probably take the Interrupter. Wow. Well, I can't say I expected that to be taken. Could have played this as my land, because it's never going to do anything. But Jukabog is really strange. It's actually, like, really strange. Opponent, you don't want to cast your Rhystic Study? I never added the Surveillant, did I? I don't think so. I was thinking about Delve cards. Maybe stock up is fine. Okay, they just do nothing. I will cast Vendilion Click. Love to see that. Love to see that. Pass. Spell Queller, right? Because it doesn't do anything else. It doesn't stop Kefka, I mean. Can't seem to stick anything. Do I cast my commander? Sure. I mean, I got to this point in the game, so I guess I'll cast it. I could have played it pre-combat and got another 1/1. Maybe there was something there. Yeah, didn't really think about that till after. Just kind of plan to wash away, though. So let's do this on the token. They did not Force of Negation that. Wow. Let's get rid of you. For an indeterminate reason. They did not wash away, that's crazy. Or, Force of Negation. Really? Huh. Non-token creature of their choice. Okay, this doesn't stop my card. The tempo game is just so real right now. I love it. Alright, well, I mean, you can cast Kefka, and I can discard who cares what. Actually, you know what? Let's just pass. Why do I assuming the tempo game is over? I'm gonna let this resolve. No. We can bargain. Oh, come on. Come on. Get out of here. Oh, what a top deck. Oh, what a top deck. That's just so gross. Oh, don't tell me you found Treasure Cruise or Dig Through Time. Mystic Sanctuary getting Thoughtseize, sure. Which they can draw now. With the land. Okay, they choose Lightning Bolt? What is this? Oh, come on, dude. I'm just kidding. You've got to be kidding me. What a... you couldn't ask for a better sequence of things to happen. That is so insane. That's just so insane. Wow. Someone tell me how to do it. I would love to know how to do that. That's just insane. You could not ask for better cards in the exact order they got them to. Wow. They discard with this, right? It's not just me. Yeah. Well, maybe I still get there? I still got there. Wow. I actually still got there. Wow. Wow. The tempo game, I feel like I played that really well. But there's nothing I can do from this memory lapse onward was just nuts. Memory lapse into Flame, which they had a wizard for at that point, into Thoughtseize from the graveyard with this thing. Taking my last card. They put up probably the best fight possible at the end there, but didn't get it. Didn't continue the stream of nonsense. Any removal spell here, we probably lose. Although, to be fair, they wouldn't have swung if they had a removal spell. So the fact that this is tapped... It doesn't matter if this flips. It has nothing to do with anything. So... Wow. Alright. Yep. Close at the end. Crazy. Crazy game. The tempo was real. Tempo cannot be created or destroyed. Merely transferred from one player to the other. I guess the 1/1s my commander made actually did something outside of water bending, I guess. Spicy? Am I in the play? It's only been 12 games. Oh my goodness. We did it. We beat Magic. We're on the play. Depends what their turn 1 is here. Okay. I'm always C-dashering then. Wait, why can I not C-dasher? Huh? Why can't I do this? Non-human. Okay, that's why. Because I literally can't do it. It's a human being. It's a human, despite not looking like one too much. Reassembling skeleton. The real spazazz has been spazazzled. We put this over? Yeah, we put it over. I'm not ever respecting something like disfigure or something. So, alright, Sephiroth me. Come on, do it. Oh. Oh, wait, yeah, no, you should swing first. Wait, what? What? What are you doing? What are you doing? Adeline? Adeline is very scary. I would love for them to kill Adeline instead of my C-Dasher, so... Go on, block that 1/1. Go on. And then get back your skeleton. Alright. Confusion at complete maximum. What is happening? Orcish Bowmasters? Okay, well, this is the first time I've seen this trigger in probably... ever, actually? Like, ever. I don't think I've ever seen that work. Huh. Well, that was the spot for it. That doesn't mean I don't swing with my Sea Dasher still. I could just bounce this. Why do I care about this? Get rid of you. First, my opponent has exactly what they need. I think I'm gonna bounce the Sephiroth then. Do it now. Alright, well, it's Bowmasters versus the world, but I don't think Bowmasters outpaces Sea Dasher drawing and all that jazz. Of course, I draw Brainstorm. I can't cast that with the Bowmasters in play. That buys them time. It does mean I don't have to swing with anything. Wait, what? Huh. Get rid of that. Was that even right here? I don't even know if I agree with what they just did. Oh, they didn't stop them from doing it. So we play a land. We can play our commander. We could play our commander. Could do that. What if I did something else? I'm winning, so I don't have to... I don't have to play the game. I'm ahead. There's no reason to play into some damnation effect or something. I don't know. Sephiroth has a fetish for playing sweepers when I personally don't agree with them. So I'm going to assume my opponent is part of that crowd. But the One Ring isn't totally safe. They're at 9. Grief? Full retail grief. It gets rid of Crystal. We could get rid of Brainstorm here. Could get rid of Solitude. No, they're going to pick Solitude. They're just not going to discard it. This last card probably has to deal with Sea Dasher. Yeah, I'm not playing Brainstorm. When I drew it, I said it was uncastable. They do take Solitude. You have a cheat death effect as your last card. Our opponents have been making us really work for it. They do not have the cheat death. Okay. That Bowmasters has been just really good. This is the best I have ever seen it, and I never expect it to do anything like this again. Get wrecked. Yeah, one ring's not going to save you. There's apparently no sweeper. I feel like the Venser bouncing this was sort of kind of bait, where they just felt like they wanted to do it again, but to be fair, the card they got rid of didn't fundamentally matter anyways. So I guess you could just do it for free. No cheat death, Sephiroth was answered. I mean, the whole game revolved around this Orcish Spellmasters, and I would say with absolute confidence, this is probably the first time this ever actually did anything for my opponent. And here it was doing stuff, but even when it was doing stuff, it was nowhere near good enough. But it did sort of buy them as much time as you could ask for a 2-drop to buy you. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen this in Historic Brawl, because it got changed. It doesn't enter with a 1/1 and paying immediately, which is massive. Also, 1v1, it's not really that crazy. Multiplayer, this is a complete and utter nightmare. But I did have Brainstorm, right? I mean, I can't cast it, really. They were doing something because of this, but drawing cards is better than making a 1/1. Or a 1/1 counter. Okay. Cool. Pretty cool games. I like this deck, but it's not new. It's not really new. Okay, didn't expect to ever see anyone try to play Momo here. We shall see what happens. Both of these might actually do something, so I guess I'll take both. They kind of do stuff. Alright, Momo, what are you gonna do? What is it? What's the damage? What do we do? 1 into 3? It is 1 into 3. Okay, well. Not anymore. Sea Dasher. This flies. Would I rather kill my opponent's commander or counter a random thing they cast? Or can I do both? Oh, I can do both. Never mind. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Get Avatared. This is a human, so no Sea Dasher. Oh, look, it's Momo. I'll assert dominance by playing it pre-combat. Which I know is objectively incorrect. Okay. When it plays that again, sure. Portable hole. Yep. Wait, this only takes the curiosity. Yeah, that's fine. And then play you. So a land would be great. No land. Bouncing this is interesting. Not interesting enough, though. Let's just swing all out. I don't really care what this angel ends up doing. Wow, you just take it? Really? Well, that makes this easy. Flare. What could they cast that would make me want to flare? Split up. Yeah. Get out of here. Alright, get Schmieded. Split up is an interesting one. Especially with Waterbend, you can just tap all your creatures and sweep and not lose yours. But I haven't really struggled at all against other creature decks, so I don't really care about those. This might be just the best card here. Ghostly Prison also would have been really good, to be fair. I highly doubt they're playing that, though. Alright, well, that's Momo. Never thought I'd see someone playing that one. But it does discount creatures, right? What does Momo actually do? Maybe I should read my cards. Maybe I should read my cards and stop having this happen. Second commander must be legendary with partner. Thanks. I didn't know. So your first flying creature costs 1 less, and then it gets +1/+1. Yeah, so you can play basically no 2-mana flying creatures and just play 3 and up, because Momo's just in play and you don't need a 2-drop. But it's mono white. It probably plays similarly to almost, I guess, 1-to-1 the 2-mana 2/2 flyer for Angels. Except they get bigger instead of this getting bigger. Oh, it's only temporarily bigger, too. Rip. I think that was a... You know, I had double blue that game. I've never cast this yet. Doesn't surprise me. So Felia likes the Solitude, the 4 drops. It can keep Geist alive, technically. Aang, Vendilion Click. Not really Tidebinder. Guardian, maybe? Rattle Chains? No, the other Rattle Chains? I don't see it in here anymore. Did I take it out? No, it didn't. It's right here. Yeah, this one. The kicker, except you can just flicker it and not actually have to kick it. I guess that's enough. Oh, and my commander, technically. Yeah. And it works with Guide of Souls. I don't think anything in this deck, like, hasn't worked out. Even the cards I took out were kind of just okay. It's been a while since I really got to use my commander, though. Yeah, there's nothing to change, I don't think. I mean, it costs 5, right? It costs 5. It demands that you already have a board presence. It's a sorcery. Puna's name is funny. Okay. Well, it's Corvold. Not the greatest matchup. Oh, you know what? Phantasmal Image has been kind of meh, to be fair. I'm gonna draw against a green deck. I'll take this. Island Ponder. We are playing Legacy. Alright, they didn't hose me here. I found the thing. I guess I want all of those? I guess? I don't know. They didn't lead with a green opener. I would argue that is a mistake. They have the Witch's Oven thing. Haven't seen that in, honestly, a very long time. I am going to play this before anything else. You can only have one of each of these in your deck. Who knows the last time they've done that. I don't think the game is about this, but I could have Swords of Plowshare it. I just don't think the game is about this, though. Earthbend 1. Okay, so that taps for 2 now, right? That's how that works? Is notably not a food. So, pass, yeah. I guess I'll swords the... I'll swords this. I feel like I don't care too much about this, but maybe I don't have a choice. I probably don't have a choice. I should just, like... It's the ultimate Corvold engine, right? It's like the best 2 cards for Corvold. I haven't seen it with Corvold. It's not like Corvold needs it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to flare Corvold, I think. I'm just losing this game. I don't have a choice, though. It's force of will, except instead of losing a life, I gain a life. I gain 1 instead of lose 1 with force of will. Now, if I could get rid of the Badger, we would be sort of happy. But I have to get rid of the Badger, otherwise we're not happy. Let's do that. What could I possibly mystical tutor for right now that makes sense? I really have no idea, so I'll just take the random draw. I have no idea. Yeah, build your own force. Okay, land wasn't what I was hoping for, but it's what I got. I guess I could have done Wash Away. Technically, I could have done Wash Away. When it mills a creature, that makes a food token, I guess. Rakdos Signet. I am willing to Spell Pierce that. And I just don't know what's a mystical tutor for. So it could be one of those when in doubt, just find brainstorm situations. I think it's a when in doubt, find brainstorm. Although I don't want to get brainstorm locked, so maybe I take Preordain. Because what I'm looking for isn't one singular card, and it certainly isn't an instant or sorcery. So, I don't think casting my commander is useful. Is it? I don't know. Maybe it is? I don't know. I didn't necessarily think about this line. But it doesn't let my Guide of Souls get flying. They can't favorably trade, so I guess I can swing to gain 1 life? Or 2 life, whatever, same difference. Oh, they just sack it anyways. I was talking about the food and I just ran into it. It doesn't matter. They're gonna do this or they're not. It doesn't matter. Oh, they found a land. Come on. Why? Whatever. Alright, well. Okay, they didn't cast their commander. I think they could have. This taps... Oh, it's only creatures that get doubled. Not arcane signets and the treasures. Alright, I feel less bad about it. But I still kind of have nothing going on, to be fair. Corvold is just a problem that I don't have a solution to. These are funny. Maybe this is slightly funnier. And then play it pre-combat so I can swing. I think I'm playing it just for 0. Could do it for 1, maybe? Behold. Could have done it for 2, to be fair. Could have done it for 2. Not gonna do anything else. Alright. Guide of Souls is in the air. Hoping to draw a castable spell, which is why I did not do this for 2. I technically found one. Have no idea what to... Actually, yes I do. Let's do Guide of Souls here? Badger Mole is also funny. Because then I can do this. This is funny. Yeah, Goddess Souls is interesting, but without more creatures, eh. So Corvold is now a thing. Unfortunately. Is that Tyvar? No, it's Grist. Doesn't that just die? I lose my Goddess Souls, which makes sense. But I feel like I would have maybe not done that. Alright, they lost their Badger Cub value. I have one flyer, which could swing for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's almost a 2-turn clock, but there are food tokens, so it's never like a 2-turn clock. I think I have to kill Grist, which is really unfortunate. I think I have to kill this. Otherwise, it just kills my threat before it would kill my opponent. So let's do this for 5. Wait a minute. Hold on. 5 or 6. 6 is triple lethal. 5, 6, 7. 6 is fine. 6 is fine. 6 is okay. Block, block, block. If I swing with these... Yes! Oh, man. Oh, this is just... Mirror Entity is just... Oh, that's so gross. Yeah, I think it was right to copy the Badger Mole instead of the Guide Souls, because I get 2 creatures instead of 1, and that could matter a lot. Awesome. Cool. So, block, block, block. They have to block with every creature. So then I could go all face. They lose the treasure generator. Nice. Alright. Get Schmieded. The Schmieding has Schmieded. Badger Mole's stupid? Well, I mean, it... Is it? Doesn't feel that dumb. All it did that game was give my opponent 2 mana. Or no, it didn't even give him 2 mana. It gave him 1 mana. it turned a land into a creature and gave them 1 mana. It wasn't really that crazy. It's the same as like casting Rampant Growth or some random mana dork. It's the literal exact same. They get a creature to sacrifice because the land can go back as a land, so it's like a sack trigger. But I would say the looping of the cat in Oven was far more egregious than Badger Mole, I guess. I could have done it for more? How? I did it for 6, right? How could I have done it for more? I couldn't... I didn't have any more mana. Unless I did somehow. I don't think I did. If I wanted to present lethal. With that being said, I don't think I like Phantasmal Image in this deck. Kinda don't like it. Yeah. Let's not play Phantasmal Image. It's meh. It's meh. Reflector Mage? Yeah, I guess. Reflector Mage has been in the game for like 600 years. It's kind of weird, though. It's not that weird. It's not that weird. Azorius Charm is funny. Yeah, tutoring for preordain is definitely strange. So, I could think about that. I was thinking about Treasure Cruise. I was thinking about Treasure Cruise. Or at least Dig Through Time. What about this? I don't know. I don't even know if I'd like this at 3 mana in this deck, honestly. I don't think so. Probably not. Yeah. I mean, it's annoying to play against, but so is Voice of Victory. I wouldn't play that. Voice of Victory does make 2 creatures when it swings. Oh, wait a minute. Am I dumb? Yeah. One of these two. I think I prefer Treasure Cruise. Oh, right, the Surveil Land. I don't remember if I put it in. No. Alright, I'll put it in. You can just go down an island, actually. Wait. Okay, yeah. There's got to be a way to get Mystical Tutor to be, like, a thing. How do you not play it? Wait a minute. Hold on. I could also put Bribery back in, right? Like that. That's a Mystical Tutor. And then you just find it in games where it's good, which so far it's been every game. So, or maybe just no Mystical Tutor and just Just the random treasure cruise in there. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Hmm. All right. Fine. No tutor. No treasure cruise. What about? So oddly enough, today at least, even the monocolor decks, everything we've played against would have gotten just totally hosed by Winter Moon. I actually like Winter Moon here. It's also like the ultimate tempo card. Oh, that's not it. There it is. Alright. Either way, I think I've had my fill of this. I'm not going to lie. I think I've had my fill. This deck has been very successful. Very successful. But it's just, blue-white tempo stuff. It's just your top end, instead of it being some 3 or 4 mana tempo card, it's just a Craterhoof Behemoth instead of a 3, like, I can't think of it, Aang, I guess? Or the 14 other blue-white flash commanders you could slide in and then just curve out into it. This thing, you cast it, and then either that turn you're a huge issue, or the next turn you're a huge issue. And that's kind of been the case with, honestly, most of the Avatar commanders. You cast it, it doesn't immediately win the game or anything, and then you pass and hope it's good enough. Unfortunately, for some of them, it is not good enough to just do that. But with this one, you don't even have to go for this. Yeah, I was thinking about stock up. You don't have to go for this card. You could just play the tempo blue-white thing and then top in later. Like, there were games where I could have cast it. Well, like, I'll just leave up other instants and stuff, and then at some point cast it. Sometimes it doesn't matter. There was a chunk of time where it just didn't cast it at all. Just doing the blue-white tempo thing. And it was too much for some decks to handle. And as the... Like, this doesn't... Whereas something like, I guess, Kefka or some other card like Kefka, where, like, it doesn't solo your opponent. It requires that your other cards are in play by the time you cast it. But if you do just cast it on an empty board, they sweep the board, you play it on turn 4, let's say. You do have 2 creatures that will then next turn swing for 5 or 4 or 6. 5 or 6 or something, if you play a land. So that is kind of neat. It's also interesting where, like, you can play a 3-mana creature or a 2-mana creature and then just tap for slightly less, but you didn't have to pay all your mana to just do the thing. You could just tap your creatures, so you can still play more creatures while it's in play, and that's kind of cool. It is, with any amount of board presence, extremely scary outright. If you ever untap with it and there's anything else going on, oh boy, is it scary. What else? I mean, yeah, it's bribery. I took it out because, I mean, while I have one every time I cast it, including today, it just doesn't play into what this is doing. So, for the sake of content, just like Ragavan, while it goes in every deck of that color, it is not gonna play it here. All of these are about the same. I don't know if I like Venser that much. I mean, I don't know. There's not a ton to do with Felia in this deck. I guess you can get a blocker out of the way. I stopped the Ristic Study, which might have drawn a card if I didn't, but because of that, I actually made a mistake with this, I think, in that game. It didn't cost me in the long run, but still. I do like Force Spike Mana Tithe. Super low to the ground tempo stuff really enjoys those cards. I saw a lot of things that stop counter spells, which is funny because we are a deck with counter spells, so a little unfortunate to see that. But I'm not sure if in any game... Oh, no, there was one. The Shrine deck had, like, the enchantment green spells can't be countered card. And I don't know if that cost me the game. I think I was doing nothing anyways. It was going to fizzle out, but it's funny that they had that. I did beat a Voice of Victory, a Grand Abolisher, back-to-back game with counter spells. So they're not the end-all be-all, even when your opponent has them. I do like this. You could probably play slightly more Fiend Hunter effects, but I don't know. Just like in Standard, every time I Fiend Huntered something, your opponent's like, alright, and then they just kill the Fiend Hunter, and then you have nothing to show for it. It's kind of annoying. I still don't know if I like Subtlety. I don't know if I even... No, I still don't own Subtlety, but I haven't really been big on it. Every time I see it hit me, I'm not really that upset by it. Solitude, I think, is always really good, but I don't know. Subtlety's been kind of eh to me. There's a lot more blue than white in here, too, right? Yeah, I don't know. Especially now with Force of Negation. And Flare, I suppose. Yeah, Force just kind of feels like a better Subtlety. I know they counter, like, different things, but still. Just never been big on that one. Like, Grief and Solitude seem a lot more significant to me. But yeah, I mean, it's just a blue-white deck, right? It's doing the tempo thing. I don't play this strategy too much. I don't know if there is a sizable chunk of cards in this deck that are only here because of this commander, right? Like, let's say we had some other tempo blue-white flash thing in here. I don't know how different the deck would look. Maybe some of these cards would be different. But for the most part, not really. Maybe Brimaz wouldn't be in here. I just like it because it makes, you know, more and more creatures. And then if you ever do this, suddenly all of those 1/1s are very scary. But you do have to actually cast it at sorcery speed. And then I believe, Brimaz has to actually attack itself. Which fundamentally is kind of the same as this thing attacking or not attacking. This can be way larger when it attacks, but if something else attacks, you get the 1/1. But that's about the same as Brimaz attacking. The 1/1 either just dies because they have something in the way, or it gets in and Brimaz could have attacked just like Adeline regardless. So it doesn't really matter if Brimaz has to be the one to attack or not. I also just really like Brimaz. I think this is still like $40 on paper. I could be wrong, but it's crazy. I don't even know if it sees play anywhere. It's like so much. Same with Phyrexian Obliterator is like $20, but it sees play nowhere. Adeline is arguably just a direct improvement to Brimaz as well, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, really good commander so far. I think the best commander of the Avatar commanders I've played, but the strategy isn't really that new, right? Whereas the other ones are kind of doing their own thing completely new. Nothing is doing anything like the Toph or the Azula or the Iroh, however you pronounce it, commander. But it does have a really neat ability. Oh, yeah, even the Shrine Commander is not inherently a new thing. So yeah, it hasn't... I mean, it is what it is. But I do definitely plan on playing this way more. I gotta fine-tune this further. But, oh yeah, I got the fancy one. Fancy one with the Mastery Pass. But yeah, that's that. Cool commander. Can, in fact, actually recommend this one. Very successful. And if you're into this kind of strategy, there you go. There's cool play patterns, right? You have to think and even think about how much X is. Like, how many creatures do you tap to swing with the other creatures? Like, there's stuff to think about here, which is cool, right? And it's got counterspells. Who doesn't like counterspells? No mana drain, though. I know, tragic. But that's it. Those are the words. So let me know what you thought about it.